Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eddie Marcus once again, and we're working on that concept of creating heaven on earth, paradise on earth, and this is a continuation of the coaching process. The first one was about stop lying. This one is going to be about careers. There is nothing that we can think about doing if we're not dealing with the creative process of establishing those things that are essential for our survival and for our fulfillment in dreams. Let's identify that those things that are essential for our survival are resources. They will require, in most instances, resources that are a given. Initially, resources that are given. It's going to take something that has been planted in the earth, on the earth, or above the earth, whether seen or unseen, which does not come from human beings. It comes from the creator of the tree, the creator of the grass, the creator of the mountains, the creator of the air, the creator of the oxygen, the creator of the birds, the creator of you and I. It's going to come from that. Now, there are those of us who have been guided with the intuition and skills and knowledge of recognizing those particular resources and how they can be used. In many instances, these are the people who we call bosses. These are the ones who usually are the CEOs of industries. These are the ones who are the entrepreneur of businesses, whether it's education or industry or whatever. These exist because of the intuition, the gifts and talents that have been given to these individuals by that power that created them. They have been, at least in America, taught to exploit those gifts and use it for making profit, for making money. And when we think about money, we're talking about bait. We're talking about bait that fishermen use to grab one who is in search for food, grab one who is in search for those things that are essential for survival, and that bait gets them. Now, in order for this to happen according to paradise and heaven on earth, it requires that everybody do unto others as you'd have others to do unto you. But when we look at all of our industries here in the United States of America, all of our businesses, it's about one thing, and that's getting money. Now, in order for these things to actually materialize and produce the things that they are geared toward producing, it requires the indulgence of you, the people, you, the individuals. It requires you to go to work. And we want to first take away this thought about work, because here in America, work means something that you're doing that tires you out, wears you out, and you're never getting enough compensation for what you're doing, but you get some. And so we're going to call it careers of your own choosing. So what I'm saying to all of those of you who are bosses and entrepreneurs, I want you to change your mindset. I want you to refocus your thought on what you're doing. Refocus it on serving people. Refocus it on creating goods, creating services for the benefit of the people, that their needs might be met, that they might be fulfilled, not on how much money you can get from them. That's the story of the bait and the fisherman that's trying to exploit. This is not exploitation. This is fulfillment of needs. I want you to focus on the fulfillment of needs. And since you created by the gifts that you've been given these resources and goods, you should be the ones that control the operation thereof. So you will be in control of all of the industries that you founded, all of the businesses that you founded, all of the various types of indulgences that you've engaged yourself in. You will be in control of it as far as the production of those, whatever those entities are. So when we look at that, whatever you do, whatever gifts you're having, whatever things you're creating, whatever goods, whatever services, No longer will they be used to exploit profit from the people, but to be used to create meeting needs, meeting desires, meeting wants of the people. And that basically also means that the people that will be engaged in these particular professions will be rendering a service as far as their role in the production thereof, in the creative force, in the servicing of that which is required to manifest what the people need. They will be engaging themselves in it. You are the one who brings the idea forward, and by their work, by their talents, by their gifts, we will see the reality of all of these needs that the people have, all of these desires and wants that the people have. Now, many of you might be thinking, you don't just do it for profit, you don't just do it for money, you do it so that other things that exist, other jobs, other careers that exist that you have nothing to do with, it allows you to access these goods and allows you to access these services, and that's why you need the money. But I want you to restructure that thought. Restructure that thought. Every one of you that I've talked to here today, whether you are the producers thereof, whether you are the labor force, whether you are the ones that extracts from the resources that have been given, just your job alone, and doing a very good job of it, and this is why we say a career of your own choosing, because the pleasure and the joy actually comes from actually doing the work, doing and exercising the career. But what it also does, the byproduct of it, is that by doing that, it makes you part owners. You got signatures on everything that is, even though you're doing one thing, because you do that one thing, it extends your signature on all things that are being done, which means the totality of all of the services that are being rendered, the totality of all of the gifts that's been created, and the goods. Your name is inscribed upon it, meaning that you are owners of it. You got ownership on it. You have an investment in it. And so your pay is that all of these things that you got your title on, you do no longer need money to buy. You no longer need money to purchase, because it's yours. And what you own, you don't have to buy. What you own, you got no need for that bait, that money. You can actually go and acquire these goods, acquire these services as you desire to have them done, whether it's when you need it, when you desire it, or when you want it. It is there for you because it is yours. Now, you can't get enough money to allow you to receive from the reservoir of goods and services like that. There is not enough money printed for you to be able to exercise that blessing. So this is what I want you who have these careers that I've just mentioned. This is your payment. This is your benefit for doing that. So this is the second phase of the process of establishing heaven on earth. It is also the same thing that is necessary in creating paradise on earth. So I want you to take some time, focus on that. I know it's going to take you a little bit of time because you've been making big money. You've been having trillions and billions of dollars, and you have been held up as being somebody fantastic, when other people have been held as being low, nobodies, or workaholics, or drunks, or liars and cheaters trying to survive. Now those days are over because you have been put on the right path that would lead to the dreams coming true that you require, that you desire, without causing anyone else any pain. Until next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying, let's get busy.